So chemical engineers, what we do is we take something which has no values like raw materials and we convert them into something useful. So instead of using fossil fuels, which typically emits lots of CO2 into atmosphere, can we produce hydrogen using water, for example? As chemical engineers, we are capable of looking at atomistic scale all the way to lab scale and industrial scale. In my group, what we do is we really look at the atomistic scale. So we actually model atoms. And we look at how if we bring a CO2 molecule, let's say we want to activate CO2, it comes closer to a material surface and how it breaks its carbon and oxygen bond and how it makes new bonds and how it kind of becomes something useful, essentially, let's say methanol, ethanol, and etc. We also look at separation processes in the industry because we know that when you have a reaction, we are not only making one product, we might actually make multiple products through the reaction. So one important aspect of the industry is that how we can separate from product A to product B.
The goal is to give students hands-on teaching and experimental modules. So they will take a couple of courses that will train them how to manipulate DNA, and then once they have manipulated the DNA, how to expand that bacteria or human cells, and then they purify those proteins, and these proteins are basically biologics, and they will do in a setup which is basically a manufacturing grade setup. Once you come to the lab, you actually see how this is done. And then once you start doing that, sometime you rediscover passion towards science and engineering. I would say hands-on experience is the first step towards scientific discovery and sometimes exploring your passion or yourself as well. I have seen students come to my office and they will just say, hey, I just got this band. Look at this. It's so cool. And it makes me happy, my heart, because when I was undergrad, I discovered same way, doing basic work in the lab and discover joy of science.
Because as engineers, we are not going to solve this massive scale problem individually. So we're going to work as a team, we're going to communicate with each other, we're going to solve this really challenging problem in coming up with cool ideas, cool solutions, and essentially trying to find, is there a better way than what we actually have right now? When a student joins, they actually get a little bit of taste of what the industry looks like. I think that's fascinating. We are training these engineers. When they go out, they're going to work in different companies and different industries where they're actually solving the real world problems. And also, I think important aspect of work is team effort. One thing I really enjoyed coming to OU is the sense of team spirit and the belonging here. So everyone in the department, they are very friendly, especially my colleagues, and we always trying to work as a team, trying to solve different problems. And also it kind of translates when it comes to students as well, how we engage with students. We always want to help our students, and we have an open door policy where a student can come, just knock the door and come and have for a discussion.
This is your chance, to come to OU and do cool stuff with many of labs doing here at OU, and it will not only make you employable, but it might bring you joy of discovery and passion towards science and engineering.